Are dreams just random images fired from an unconscious brain during sleep? Or something much more important, like life-saving inner guidance? How dreams can be healing and early warning tools for disease, financial crisis, or success. And love is still one of the behavioral science's greatest unanswered questions. Hello, I'm your host, author Kat O'Keefe Kanavos. Welcome to Dreaming Healing, where dreams and cutting-edge scientific research meet on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 radio network. Dreaming Healing is every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, when you can call in and ask Kat questions about your amazing dreams. Talk on air. Call toll-free, 833-220-1200. That's 833-220-1200. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Kat Kanavos, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, but hey, friends will call me Kat, and welcome to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 radio network. Our topic tonight is going to be intuition. You know, that so many people say, oh, intuition, if you have a fact on the left and your intuition on the right, just go with the fact. We'll talk about that tonight. So I'm going to be talking about how you can increase your intuition, hear your intuition, embrace that intuition. My name is Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, and I am the host of Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 radio network. I'm also known as Kat, the Queen of Dreams. So if you want to research me, don't just type in the Queen of Dreams, because you will get a bunch of marijuana pages. And that marijuana must be really good. You have to type in Kat dash the Queen of Dreams, and I will come right up. My website will come up, and you'll be able to see my button up there in the right-hand corner. It's a little black button. It says radio show. And if you're just listening to me right now and you'd like to see me, you can push that little button. It'll take you right to my page on Dreamvisions 7 radio network. And you'll look for these little antennae, which is YouTube, basically. And it's the show part of it. Click on that and you get to watch me. And I have archives on that page as well. You can click the archives and just listen. Let's say you have a long drive, you got to go somewhere, and you don't want to listen to just music or whatever, or you're going to lose those stations, those radio stations as you're driving, and you've got your computer plugged in and sitting on the seat beside you, you can listen to my archived shows. You don't have to watch me. Or if you're in bed at night and you just want to put in your earplugs and listen to something to think about or to help you dream better, you can pull up any of my archives, go through them, and find one that meets your needs at that time and listen to that archived show. So I am a three-time breast cancer survivor. And I've also had a melanoma on my leg. that was a surprise to me. I had no idea. It just kind of popped up. But so I guess now I'm actually a three-time breast cancer survivor, but a four-time cancer survivor. And I don't know where this life is going to take me. By the time I finally am put into the ground, I may be a 20-time cancer survivor. But I know that I am not going to die one moment before it's time for me to die, no matter what. And when it is time for me to go, God is going to take me, and nothing on earth is going to save me. So I don't worry about it. I really don't focus on it. When it's time for me to go, I'll go. And until then, I won't. And it's as simple as that. So I am an international multi-award-winning author and speaker. I'm a dream health columnist. I write for BizCat 360 and also some magazines out here in the Coachella Valley. This is the latest one that I was in. And so it's in just about any store anywhere in the Coachella Valley, and you can pick up a copy of it. And I'm also a presenter. I'm an international speaker, so I'm an international presenter on the Dreamy Writers Conference cruise that's happening the last week in August, which is the first week of the Aurora Borealis, and we're going to Alaska. That's where the cruise is going to. It's a week long, and it takes off and returns to Seattle. So if you're interested in joining us, we've got a full group going. It's going to be such a blast. I'm going to be doing Dreams Unmasked to help you work with your dreams to get the messages your inner self wants you to get in order to improve your writing, put the emotion into your writing. And that's how you win awards. My book, Surviving Cancerland, won 4 big international awards. So, and that's what I'm going to be using tonight for this show on intuition. So have you ever been asked if you are an intuitive person? Have you ever had somebody come up and go, "Are you psychic? Are you intuitive?" People often ask me, when did you become intuitive? And I would answer them and say, I didn't become intuitive. I was born that way. Yeah, I was really born that way. I have always been intuitive. I have always been psychic. But I'm curious, what are your answers when someone comes up and says, "Well, what are you, psychic?" They're kind of being flippant about it, but you're thinking, well, yeah. What do you answer? Do you dare to stand in your power and speak your truth and go, "Well, yeah, aren't you?" That's what I usually do. Yeah, aren't you? Because I believe we all are. Just as at least almost all of us, but almost all of us can ride a bike. We're born actually with the ability to actually be able to ride a bike. We might have to have a special bike made, but we can ride it. Some people are better at riding it. They can ride bikes with only one wheel. They can do wheelies on their bike. They can do all kinds of stuff. But and they're masters at it, like master psychics or master intuitive people. And then there are the people who just ride their bikes, but they can ride their bikes. And there are the people who are intuitive. They're just intuitive. It just shows up when they need it. And I believe we all are intuitive. We all are psychic. Some of us are a little psychic, and some of us would blow other people's minds. And we're still opening up those psychic doors, which often happens. Even people who are just a little psychic, if they hang around other people who are psychic, truly psychic, and usually people who truly are psychic or intuitive don't tell anyone. Other people figure it out. I found that when you've got people who are really saying, "Oh, I am so psychic, I'm so psychic, I can tell you if your relationship's going to work or not. I can read this, I can read that. All you have to do is pay me $50. Maybe not, is my feeling there. Maybe not. So, if you have been asked, are you psychic? Are you intuitive? I'd love to hear your answers. Send me an email, really, catcan@comcast.net. And I'll do another show in the future when I get them all. And we'll talk about what these different answers are, because I think they're really important. I really admire people who, despite the fear they may hold, and I hold it often myself, can stand in that power, speak that truth, and say, "Well, yeah, I am." And then they'll say, "Well, how long?" "Forever." Always. They'll go, "Really?" And then they'll start thinking, and they're not really attacking you. They're, because you're not being defensive. You're just being, well, yeah. And aren't you? And if they say, no, I'm not. Okay, you sure? Never had a feeling? Never had a guardian angel whisper in your ear? And even if they're really religious, when you ask them about the guardian angel, they'll usually say, well, maybe because the guardian angels don't scare them. But the idea of psychic, well, that can just send them through the willies. So guardian angel, I think, is really a safe way to start that conversation. If somebody asks you, are you psychic? You might be able to say, well, I do have guardian angels, spirit guides that help me with my intuition. So before we get into this, because this is some deep stuff. This isn't really, I believe this is for everybody, but not everybody feels 100% comfortable with it. I like to do our protection meditation so that that during this session with me, this show, you are completely safe. You're in a safe place. You are protected, and you don't have to worry about anything. And that's going to continue with you. You're going to take it with you throughout the weeks, and you can continue with it till our next show. Okay, so I want everybody to get really comfortable. If this is your first time with me with this show, just listen to my voice. And if you're driving your car and you're listening to my voice, do not close your eyes. Okay, just listen to my voice. Don't close your eyes. It will work. I promise you, it will work. And then you can always go back into the archives and watch the show. Also, you can watch it, see me the second time you listen to it. And at that time, you can close your eyes. But if you're driving in the car right now, keep your eyes wide open and just listen. It's going to work. We're going to be taking 3 deep breaths together, and we're going to be blowing them out. That's how we're going to start. So sit deep in the chair. Feel yourself just relaxing. Feel your lower lumbar, that bottom part of your back that just connects with your hips. Feel it relaxing. Just relax it. Let it go. Let your body go. So that it can open. Your muscles can open and get the oxygen in. Okay? Just relax. Feel your legs relaxing, tingling as the blood flows through all the way down to your toes. Relax from your nose to your toes and take a deep breath in. Fill your lungs with healing, protective light. I want you to think of something negative that happened to you this week. Feel it getting caught up in that breath of life and blow it out all the way across the room. Empty your lungs into the purple flame of Saint Germain, where it's converted into positive energy as golden light, and return to the universe so that we're not littering. See it going up through the stars, through the clouds, up into the dark sky, into the beautiful, sparkling stars. Past the moon, past all the planets, up to the pearly gates, up to the gates of heaven, where they bounce off, make a U-turn, and at the speed of thought, come right back down into your 7th chakra, your crown chakra at the top of your head, and fill your whole body with just warm golden light from your nose to your toes. Now let's take another deep breath in. Imagine something negative you may have done this week to anybody. getting caught up in that breath of life, blow it out across the room, again into the purple flame of Saint Germain, where it's converted into that beautiful golden energy and sent up through the clouds, through the stars and planets to the pearly gates. See it bounce off and make a U-turn and come right down at the speed of thought into your seventh chakra and just fill your whole body with that warm light. One more time. Deep breath in. Any negativity that happened to you as a child goes into that breath of life and we blow it out. It's gone into that purple flame of Saint Germain. Goes up to the pearly gates, past the stars, bounces off the gate, and comes right back down at the speed of thought, fastest speed there is, into your seventh chakra and fills your whole body with warm, healing light. It automatically goes to any section it needs to heal you. Now, I want you to imagine holding in your hand your power gift, and a power gift is anything that is filled with love. Maybe the memory of a pet that's deceased, just shrink it down, hold it in your hand. Your favorite piece of jewelry, your favorite rock, stone, jewel, favorite flower, anything at all. Just imagine holding it in your hand if it is a power gift of love. We're going to take that power gift and we're going to swing it all around our body to create a mirrored bubble around us, full of colors, full of energy, filled with golden light. And only that which is of the highest and best for us, brought by our spirit guides and guardian angels, may be brought into that bubble. Everything else is reflected back from whence it came. We wish it so, and therefore it is. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Feel yourself becoming more grounded in your chair again. Might have felt yourself get really light. If you need to help yourself ground, put your hands together in the prayer position. These are all the pressure points for your whole body in your hands. Just push on them. Push on them 3 times, and boom, you'll be right back in and just activate everything in your body. You're back in yourself, healthy and protected. Okay? So we just talked about, have you ever been asked if you were intuitive? Well, we were all born that way. Some of us took longer to meet our spirit guides and guardian angels, or to start having dreams that were precognitive or intuitive, lucid, where during the lucid dream we met our spirit guides and guardian angels. I have a koi pond in my house. I have a pond full of koi. And the guy who takes care of my koi was always he read all my books. He saw them, he read them, he listened to my show. He may listen to this one too. And he said, you know, I don't dream. I don't really have any dreams like that. Are you sure, you know, something just didn't trigger a memory or somebody said something? And I said, no, I had dreams. And in my dreams, I'd be having a regular dream and the dream would freeze, just like your computer page, just freeze. And in my dream, I'd look at my dream and go, well, that's weird. And all of a sudden there'd be a little circle in the middle of that frozen dream page. and I'd watch it. And I remember thinking to myself, that's like a computer page. And that little circle turned into a window, and I could see through it. I could see another page through the window in the dream. And that window turned into a door. There was another room. There's a big room back there. And through that room, through that door, walked a Franciscan monk with the brown hooded, the brown hooded clothing that they wear. Not a cape, but a robe, like a robe. And it has the rope belt around it, the knotted rope belt, and their leather sandals. I mean, the detail was unbelievable. Couldn't see the monk's face because the hood was up. That monk looked at me and said, "Come with me, we have something to tell you." And this monk took me through that dream door into what I call the room between realms. It's neither a room of the living or the dead, but a room where both can meet and converse. This is the first time I'd ever seen that. And I thought that was weird. I remember him saying, "Come with me, we have something to tell you." He turned around and walked back through that door. And I remember thinking, do I really want to do that? Where's that going? But I did it. It was like, okay. Walked through the door. There were two other monks there. And they said, "Give me your hand." I gave them my hand. They put it on my breast and they said, "Do you feel that?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's breast cancer. You go back to your doctor." And this is after I had just had a complete physical exam at the hospital. It's like the next day. "You go back to your doctor tomorrow without an appointment and you tell him you need a second set of tests." And then the first monk walked me back to the dream door. I stepped through it. He didn't. The door turned back into the window. The window turned into the circle. The circle went off the page. The page unfroze, and my dream started right back up where it was before. And I woke up the next morning and I remembered every single detail. So this gentleman who was taking care of my koi, sent me a text at like 3 a.m. the other day. And he said, "I just had the weirdest dream. The weirdest thing happened to me with this dream that I just had, and I have to share it with you." So we have to go to a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you something that's just going to blow your mind. And this guy was not a dreamer. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Burke. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 radio network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Are miracles real? Can you move from mayhem to miracles? 30 prominent authors say yes as they share their high fives and down lows of challenges, abuse, addiction, and love. Experience hope, the magic elixir of miracles, through the personal stories of New York Times bestselling authors James Redfield, Dr. Bernie Siegel, Sister Jenna, Reverend Temple Hayes, and many more. If you like bestsellers, chaos to clarity, and crappy to happy, you'll love crying and laughing through mayhem to miracles. Sacred stories of transformational hope. Available now on Amazon and in bookstores worldwide.
Did you know that every word you speak matters? What you say and how you say it can make or break a relationship or shift the outcome of any situation. Are your conversations making a difference? Faith in God, gratitude, authenticity, and giving are Teresa Velarde's heart. It's in this spirit that she's focused on making a difference in the lives she's blessed to touch. Conversations That Make a Difference is now on syndicated Dreamvision 7 radio network every Tuesday at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time, with live call-in shows every first and third Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern.
In a world facing annihilation, a miraculous African nun rises to become the first female pope through a web of war, murder, and betrayal. Loved by some, hated by many, she becomes the deadly target of Islamic terrorists and her own cardinals as she introduces a new vision that will either save humanity or accelerate its destruction. 4 people must race against a nuclear holocaust to learn her astonishing secret. Pope Annalisa is available at petercanova.com, Amazon, and other online booksellers and bookstores worldwide.
This is Dreamvision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome back to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvision 7 Radio Network. I'm your host, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, but hey, my friends all call me Kat, so I hope you will too. Welcome to the second part of the program tonight. And just before the commercial break, we were talking about the gentleman who takes care of my koi, sending me a text at like 2 or 3 in the morning going, "You're not gonna believe what just happened." So it turns out he had a dream probably like a month or 2 ago that he had forgotten about. He had completely forgotten about it. And one of his other clients called him up and said, "I think there's a leak in the koi pond outside. I think there's a leak. The water's going down," which happens, you spring these little leaks, you got to find it, stop it, or your koi will be flopping around on the bottom if you don't catch it soon enough. But, mine was like a 500-gallon tank, so it took a long time for those leaks to empty out. But this guy had a koi pond outside, which means with my koi pond inside, there's a very, very finite area that the leak can be in. But when it's outside and you've got all these hoses and you've got pumps and it's a large area, it can be a nightmare. Well, he walked onto the property to try and figure out where he would even start to look, and he remembered the dream from months ago. And in the dream, he had walked that same property somebody led him in the dream and said, "The leak is right here. It's right here." And then his dream shifted, but he remembered that part of the dream. And so when he was back on the property, he goes, "I remembered the dream. I remembered everything about the dream right then that I had not thought about since I'd had the dream." So I walked to where in the dream I knew the leak was in my dream, and I worked there, and there was the leak. Immediately I fixed the leak and it was done. He said, "I am so blown away by this dream that I just had to share it with you." So what I've also gotten is emails from people who have said, when I put Dreams That Can Save Your Life, the book, next to my bed with how to remember your dreams, 7 steps for remembering your dreams were in there. So they would read the 7 steps and they would put their notebook by their bed. They would do everything that I said to do in there. And these are people who said, "I've never dreamed, never had a dream in my life. I just go to sleep, and when I wake up and there's nothing in between." And they will send me a text and say, "Last night I had a dream." Because dreams are almost like contagious. There's no other way to describe it. If you are hanging out with a person who's a dreamer, and they're talking about it, it like unlocks a door inside your mind. And it's that sacred dream door to the divine. And once that door is unlocked and it starts to creak open, each time you have a dream, it opens more and more and more. And suddenly people who say, I don't have any dreams, none, suddenly start dreaming. And so what are some of the reasons why you can't dream? Well, you could be on medication. It could be that you are dreaming, but what you're dreaming is scaring the bejabbers out of you, so you don't want to remember it. So you don't. It could also be that you're dropping down really deep into a dream, and you're one of those people who, when you awaken, you wake up like that, and you jump out of bed and you're done. You have to train yourself not to slam that dream door behind you and snap yourself out of it. You have to learn to keep it just a little cracked, because some of the information from the dream can come to you during the day. It could actually save your life during the day. And also, when you come up very slowly out of that dream door into your waking world, kind of pull the dream with you. You don't have to pull the whole dream if you're not a dreamer. You can't remember your dream. You pull just enough of it that it is like breadcrumbs leading back in. Oh, I remembered this in the dream, and I remember there was this color in the dream. And oh yeah, and this person was wearing that color. Oh yeah, and that person was walking in the rain. You see, they're like little breadcrumbs to the dream. So if you're watching this program and you think that you can't remember your dreams, get my book, get any dream book, put it next to your bed. Maybe you've got one at home and you don't even remember. Just go dig it out. Go find it. Put it next to your bed. Maybe read a couple paragraphs out of it. Put your notebook next to your bed. Remember, you want to have your notebook, your pen, some means of light, unless you want to scribble in the dark. You could do that if you want. And have it all within arm's reach. And again, that's a free gift for you from my website. You can download that, put punch holes in it, put it into whatever you want, and put it by your bed, and you're good to go. But yes, you do dream. So let's get back to intuition, which is what dreams and intuition are much the same thing. I remember when I was in kindergarten. I was in kindergarten and we were given an assignment to color using the colors blue, red. We're given all the basic colors. We had to color this picture that was given to us. It was given to us. We didn't make up our own. We had to color the picture. And it had people in the picture and it had dogs. And I can't really remember a lot about it, although I probably should. And I colored mine, and the next thing I know, my parents were called into the office for the principal. And the principal and my teacher told my parents that I had to go and get my eyes checked because they thought that there was something wrong with my eyes. Because I was coloring outside the black lines, and I was coloring colors around the people. Yeah. So my mother dutifully took me to an ophthalmologist who asked me why I colored all of those, and mine were going horizontally in some of the people. I said, why are you doing that? Checked my eyes, and I said, because that's what I'm seeing. And he said, no, you're not. You're just doing this for attention. You color inside those black lines just like everybody else. You don't color outside those lines, and you color people the right color. And I'm going to write this, and he wrote that in the report. And so my mom, my dad, and principal and the teacher read it. They go, you're not going to get good attention this way. You're going to get bad attention. You color inside the lines. And I was shocked. I was shocked that I was the only person who could see the auras. None of them could see them. You know what it's like? It's like having a TV in front of you, a color TV, but all the other people sitting in the room can only see black and white. And you didn't know that they could only see black and white. You didn't know that they couldn't see the colors. So a lot of children who were intuitives like me had that intuition put into a box and put up in one of our closets in our mind, because school teaches you to be regulated and not color outside the lines. And you color what the school calls norm. You have to learn to not be intuitive or to hide the intuition and be normal. So after that, I took my black crayon and I outlined everything I was supposed to color. And I would cheat. I would look on the papers beside me. Oh, red dress, blue dress, and yellow hair, brown hair, black hair. I'm gonna go with yellow hair. And I made sure that I stayed inside the lines. So a lot of times if you ask someone, are you intuitive? Automatically that box rattles up there. And I go, well, no, because they were trained to say no. They were schooled to color inside those lines. And it's not until they meet someone like you who's willing to embrace that intuition, that female intuition, those psychic gifts you came to earth with. When you embrace them, you're going to start attracting more people who have embraced their gifts. And one of those gifts is our dreams, because they're our umbilical cord. It's the way our ET, our inner self, phones home when there's a crisis or when they just want to go play with their other friends. And so I also remember names. When I was little, I was about 2 years old and I was sitting on my mom's lap and she was reading one of those Peter Cottontail books to me. I don't remember, but I loved them. I loved animals. I wanted all the stories about the animals. She was reading to me and I was squirming around, looking around the room. And she said, Kathy, what are you looking for? What's wrong with you? And I said, they're calling my name. And my mom stopped and she said, who's calling your name? And I said, I don't know. They're calling my name. And my mom, thank God, she was, psychic also. And she didn't freak out and go and get my ears checked. This was even before kindergarten. She says, it's just your grandparents letting you know that they love you. It's fine. And she went right on reading the book. So hearing my name called never scared me. It let me know that my deceased loved ones on the other side were there for me, even when I was only 2, even when I went to kindergarten, and the teacher said, go get her eyes checked. Those are the signs of an intuitive person or a psychic. And if you've got a child that's displaying this, don't make them take their gift and put it in a box and put it up on the shelf. Just teach them when to show it and when to just keep it quiet and embrace it. And if you find that you're becoming intuitive, embrace it. And you will attract other intuitive people who will come to your aid. If you say, well, I'm hearing voices or I'm having really strange dreams, they're going to show up to help you because it's a gift you came with and it's a gift you need to survive this world. So we've got to take another break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
What if dreams can diagnose your life? What if we can meet the love of our life in dreams? Join host Kat O'Keefe Kanavos, the #1 internationally best-selling author of Dreams That Can Save Your Life, written with Duke University medical doctor Larry Berg. Dreaming Healing is where we'll explore dreams, research, and interpret dreams from you, the caller. Dreaming Healing shows can be heard every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern, with live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Come live your dreams out loud with Kat.
Why are we here? How can we be happy? Questions asked from millennials to boomers. Crappy to Happy, Sacred Stories of Transformational Joy answers them using true stories of grit, grace, and love. James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy, wrote in the foreword, "This book is a seminar about emerging truths and offers grounded solutions through the art of the comeback." Dr. Bernie Siegel, a contributing author, wrote, "Bodies die, but spirits and consciousness survive and recycle." So, grab some tissues, open your book, and prepare to cry and laugh till it heals. Crappy to Happy by Reverend Ariel Patricia and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Available from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and booksellers worldwide. Have you met your physician within yet? The Nautilus and multi-award-winning book, Surviving Cancerland, Intuitive Aspects of Healing, is a memoir that takes you down the rabbit hole of healing dreams and interpretations, mixed with conventional medicine and treatments. Listen to the hookah-puffing caterpillar ask, "Who are you?" Dr. Bernie Siegel says Kathleen's story is powerful, honest, and eye-opening. Surviving Cancerland, Intuitive Aspects of Healing by 3-time breast cancer survivor Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Buy the book and audio at KathleenO'KeefeKanavos.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers. Darkest hours to brightest moments, transformation from despair to happiness, and chaos to clarity. Real people, real pain, real healing. Life-threatening illness, death, abusive relationships, divorce, and overcoming addiction are challenges these men and women faced head-on. See how they emerged stronger and happier. Buy the new book, Chaos to Clarity, Sacred Stories of Transformational Change by Reverend Patricia Caginello and Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos. Available on sacredstoriespublishing.com and worldwide through Amazon and other retailers.
This is Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Hey, welcome back to Dreaming Healing on Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. I'm your host, Kathleen O'Keefe Kanavos, but my friends all call me Kat, and we're talking about intuition, dreams, psychic gifts. Some of us, as we embrace these, we become better at them and handling them, and we don't feel like they're controlling us. We are controlling them. They're a part of life. They're an important part of life. They're a gift that we were born with. That's what I believe. And as we use them, we become more proficient at them. So I've taken, I want to go over the survival keys in my book that I use this book, Surviving Cancerland, for the show today. And it was from chapter, I don't remember what chapter it was, chapter 15, Intuition. You know, I wrote in there from Florence Scovel Shinn, intuition is a spiritual faculty and does not explain, but simply points the way. I loved that. When I read that, I said, I got to use that in my book. So intuition, how can we use it as a survival key? I think that's really pretty important. It's one thing to have people tell you, oh yeah, you're probably psychic or intuitive, but great. So, okay, so how do I use it as a survival key? Know you have help when it comes to your intuition, your psychic abilities, even as you're growing into them. You have your spirit guides, you have your guardian angels. And your intuition and your psychic abilities are the language you all share. It's heaven's language. So when you start to think, oh my gosh, you'll start seeing things like the same numbers will show up during the day. If you say, let's say in the morning, you want to really kind of school yourself in intuition or being psychic, and you say, okay, I want to see a number today that keeps showing up. You don't even want to cheat by saying, oh, I want to see number 7, because then you're looking for 7. You just want to say, I want to see a number that's going to show up today. Maybe it's my number. Maybe it means something. Maybe it will be in my dreams. But I'm going to focus on numbers today. Spirit guides, guardian angels. This is going to help us connect. So you do start noticing numbers all day long, license plate numbers, numbers on the TV, numbers on pages that you're reading, and suddenly you start realizing, I keep seeing the number 7. That license plate in front of me was 777, and this book, I opened it up to chapter 7, and that magazine over there, it's got number 77, Sunset Strip. Remember when? On the cover. Suddenly you're like, why is it today I'm seeing this 7 over and over again, but I've never really noticed that number before? That is knowing that your spirit guides and guardian angels heard your request and you're connecting. You've got the help. Let's say another one, you have a crisis. You have fires. We've got fires going on all over California. You have a hurricane coming toward you. What should you do? Got hurricanes like we haven't had in 200 years. Cat 5s that cover the whole state of Florida. Nobody's going to get out of that one without getting wet. We've got, political crises. We've got relationship crises. We've got every crisis you can imagine going on right now. So, crises calls to spirits on the other side. The crisis calls to our spirit guides, our guardian angels, and our deceased loved ones. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I feel kind of frozen in fear. What do I do? What should I do? I have this, I could go north, or I could go south, or I could stay in my house, or I could leave. Should I move my cars? What should I do? I can't think for so many decisions, and I don't know which one is right. That's when you call on your spirit guides and guardian angels. Prayer, I believe in prayer. I believe prayers are answered. You ask for help in a prayer, you're going to get it. Now, you may not get the answer you want, but you're going to get the answer that you need. So, pray, write down your concerns in your dream journal and ask for a dream to help you make the right decision. Just sit there quietly if you can, if you've reached a point where you can actually quiet those voices in your head. Get those children back in the playroom, get them in the grandparents' laps, whatever it is that you need to do and that's from my previous show. So if you missed it and you want to know about grandparents, children, teenagers, and adults in your mind, in your head as part of you, make sure you listen to that one. But you quiet all those voices of anxiety in your head, then you can start hearing the voices of your spirit guides and guardian angels, and they will tell you what to do, and it doesn't always make sense. In fact, sometimes it sounds just downright crazy. How is that going to work? I remember when my spirit guides and guardian angels, those monks told me to take a white feather, a little tiny white feather that they handed me in the dream, and they said, you go back to your doctor's tomorrow without an appointment, and you use this feather like a sword to cut through their arguments, and you tell them you need exploratory surgery to find this cancer. And when I woke up, I remember thinking, they're going to commit me. If I walk into my doctor's office and tell them and pretend like I'm holding a feather for a sword at them and tell them I need exploratory surgery because all their highfalutin scientific tests failed, they're going to commit me. But I trusted in those spirit guides and guardian angels. I dared to take that step off the ledge and know they'd catch me. We were that close. And so I did. I walked into his office and I said, I know something's wrong. I need exploratory surgery. And my doctor looked at me like I had just doused myself with gasoline and set myself on fire. He said, Kat, we can't do that. It's against my policy. It's against hospital policy. You have to think about things like infection, something going wrong. No, we can't do that. And do you know that at that moment, I imagined that feather in my hand. I got quiet because the children were going, oh. Got myself quiet. I imagined pointing that feather at that doctor, and I said, you're my doctor. I don't know where else to go. I don't know what else to do. Help me. And it was like somebody had glamored him. And he turned around, left the room, and he came back in and said, I have an appointment for you. I'm for the 4th of January, just 2 years after, and like 4 days after New Year's. And I said, well, who's going to do the surgery? And he said, I am. Now he's a gynecologist. And I remember my inner children going, and I got them under control again. And I said, shouldn't we have an oncologist present? And he said, you don't need one. You don't have cancer. You're too young for cancer. There's no cancer in your body. The blood test would have told us. And my spirit guides and guardian angels said, it's fine. And it turned out I was in stage 2 with it in my lymph nodes, but it was fine. I'm still here talking to you today. So connect with those guides. Do this through your dreams, your meditations, your prayers. Start small, build big. Tell them, show me a red dress tomorrow. Lead me somewhere where I will see a red dress. You think that's simple? I've been out all day long today and I haven't seen a single red dress. You think, oh, somebody's going to walk up. No, not necessarily. How many times have you ever really seen a red dress during the day? Or find something else. Find a way to connect with the guides. Do your own thing. Because they're all wonderful ways to stay safe during a crisis. But the safest way is to connect with your spirit guides and your guardian angels and believe in your intuition. Believe in it because you were born with it. You have feet, you can run. You have intuition, you can survive. So we've come to the end of our show again. I mean, it's amazing how quickly these shows go when we're on something like this. But I just want to talk about the upcoming event that I mentioned at the beginning of the show. Read, write, relax, and get published. It's Spirit at Sea's Dreamy Writers Conference Cruise, and I'm one of the presenters there. I'm going to be doing Dreams Unmasked, where I'm going to have my masks on board the ship, and I pull up from the audience people who, want to come up and sit in the hot chair with their mask on and share their dreams with us so we can all help them find the answers and those little nuggets of gold in the dreams. The last cruise to Bahama, Mexico from San Diego, California was such a success that they've asked us to do it again. And it's August 24th through the 31st of 2025. It's Alaska, leaving and returning to Seattle. And it's under $1,500 per person if you get an inside room by yourself. The down payments are 100% refundable up to 90 days prior to cruise with me, Kat Kanavos, Queen of Dreams. So if you think this is something you'd like to do, and we'd love to have you, we are going to have an absolute blast. Reserve your space now because they are filling up quickly. All right. Call Michelle at 800-658-6869 and ask for Kat's Writers Conference. Okay. That's all you need to do. Kat's Writers Conference. And again, that's 800-658-6869. So until next time, remember, everybody dreams, but some dreams save lives. So I want to thank you, my audience, for making Dreaming Healing so popular. We've got incredible numbers. And a special thanks to our producer, Bob. Until next time, put that paper and pencil or tape recorder next to your bed and meet your spirit guides and guardian angels in your dreams. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us this evening. And a big thanks to our producer. Tune in next time to Dreaming Healing for more cutting-edge research, live dream interpretations, and stories with radio host and award-winning author Kat O'Keefe Kanavos. Listen every Tuesday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Time with call-in live shows on the first and third evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on syndicated Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network. Remember, everyone dreams, but some dreams save lives. Live your dreams. Find more about Kat at KathleenO'KeefeKanavos.com. That's Kathleen with a K. OKEEFEKANAVOS. Or The Queen of Dreams on Google search.
This is Dreamvisions 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.